He's trying to do a deal with the French where they will get the upper hand. Anyway, we're going into the channel on this very day. We know of one dinghy that's launched already. We're going to see what we can find.
Stop the windmills. And I mean, there's a couple of things I could say, but on immigration, you better get your act together. Or you're not going to have Europe anymore. You got to get your act together.
That was Trump and Trump's mini-me, Nigel, using immigration as a political vehicle to generate fear and gain support. So what does that have to do with this? The anti-vax movement targeting German children. This BBC article is back from 2022. The Querdenken movement first sprung up last summer and gained international notoriety when one of its Berlin demonstrations ended with protesters attempting to storm the German parliament. The group claims to have no party political affiliation, but several of its key figures have well-documented far-right connections. Querdenken draws in a range of supporters, not only from the far right, but a motley crew of hippies, spiritualists, and some evangelical Christians. So, another word to describe this sort of coalescing of the right and the left is diagonalism. This, from an article by Mike Small, details further how diagonalism is gaining traction. At the extreme end, diagonal movements share a conviction that all power is conspiracy. Public power cannot be legitimate. Many believe because the process of choosing governments is itself controlled by the powerful and is de facto illegitimate. This often comes from a dedication to disruptive decentralization, a desire for distributed knowledge and thus distributed power, and a susceptibility to right-wing radicalization. Despite claims of post-partisanship, it is right-wing, often far-right political parties around the world that have managed to absorb the unruly passions and energy of diagonalism, folding its COVID-era grievances into pre-existing projects opposing wokeness and drumming up fears of migrant invasions. Still, it is important for these movements to present themselves and believe themselves to be ruptures with politics as usual, to claim to be something new beyond traditional left-right poles. Click here for a video on why everything sucks and what you can do about it.